I really struggle to be present. I'm always longing for the past. I'm literally, is it Dodie sings that song where she's like, never caught up in the moment, always begging the past to stay. Like, truly, I have rose-tinted glasses from the moment something ends. And it's something I'm aware of and I'm trying to stop, but I'm also trying so hard to be grateful for what I gain after the fact. So I just got off of a call. This actually is not really a morning chat. It's, I think, like 11 o'clock. But I just got off the phone with one of my friends from Australia. Love you. And I'm like, how wonderful am I? Or how wonderful am I? How wonderful is it to have friends across the world? Like, you know, I remember my mum actually giving me a really good sense of perspective a couple of years ago where she was like, I think she was dropping me off at the airport to go to China. And she was like, you've already been to more countries than I have. And more to the point, you're living in these countries. And I was like, that's a really good point. Like, because I love travel. I always say, if I was a caveman, I would have been one of those nomads that like travels from tribe to tribe, just storytelling. That would be me. That throughout history, that would have been me. I'm always going to be a storyteller and I'm always going to be kind of on the road. I hate being in the same place. I get really angsty and itchy to do something. And I know you're like, go out and touch grass. I do. I go for walks, I go to the shops, I go see friends, but anything kind of broader than that requires money and time, both of which are very limited resources at the moment for me. So like I'm trying to look at the life I've had, not just in a retrospective and not just in a longing to regain the contracts that I've been on, but also an appreciation for what I now have. Like I'm forever thankful that like I make adult friends. I know some of my 9-to-5 friends have talked about how like, yes, you have your colleagues, but realistically you kind of struggle to make friends as an adult that have similar hobbies and things, because unless you're actively going to groups, things like book clubs, big up book clubs, if you know, you know. But at school, you're sat next to someone, right? And they're just your mate. They're just your mate. Unless you're unfortunate and you get sat next to someone awful. Like, you are just kind of around the same people every day, right? And kind of by proxy, like a colleague, you become friends with these people because you get a chance to know people and their interests and their hobbies. And you don't have that as much as an adult for the average person, but I'm lucky that I live in these very kind of intense bubbles on contracts where I'm in a commune, essentially. So I'm really thankful to have deep relationships with other adults from all over the world. And I like to think it gives me a good perspective on the world. And I want to bring that perspective kind of in a microcosm level and realize that life's good. Don't get me wrong, I'm not unhappy. I'm not about to jump out the window, but I can feel the grey clouds of England bearing down on me as the week progresses and I don't really do much outside of the house, where it's like, oh God, like what are you living for? Is this life if you're not exploring and you're not constantly like growing and seeing new things? Yes, it is. There is beauty in simplicity. There is beauty in knowing that people are widespread and around for you. So I suppose I'm trying to have some more gratitude for the present, because I have so much for the past. And I also want to not be stuck in the present and continue to hope. I think I had so much more of it as a kid, that hope for the future. And I think as I've gotten older, I'm kind of like, well, this is life. What do you mean this is life? Rachel, you have done so much. You have lived in different countries. You have seen so much. You have the weirdest experiences. Like some of the stuff I talk about, people go, you just got so many stories. Yeah, I do. And an interesting one, I was talking to a friend a couple of weeks ago, I think, And I was like, like it would seem really stupid for me to do a memoir because I'm not famous, I'm not old, but I feel like I have so many stories. And she was like, I don't think that it's necessarily that you've lived through more. It's that you capture stories, like you notice stories and you bank them as stories rather than just this thing happened. You will bank the sights, the smells, the feelings so that you can recount them to other people. And I was like, you've nailed that. Like when something happens to me, the next thing I think about is, I gotta tell someone. So I don't know. I don't know what the conclusion of this is. I think it's just me telling myself to hope for the future and continue to hope for the future because it will come. Money always finds you, adventure always finds you, and you're surrounded by some very good people. You're very lucky that you have incredible chosen family. So hang on in there. And if you're in a similar position, also hang on in there. We've got it. Good times are coming. Good times are coming. Goodbye. Have a great day.